Welcome back. I'm Tedward. And welcome, oh my goodness, to the Lamborghini Urus SE. This family hauler makes 800 horsepower. Of course, the 4-liter twin-turbo V8, but now mated to a hybrid system, a plug-in hybrid system. So you're able to drive on full electric and you get an extra boost of torque. So there's no waiting between gears for any power to be delivered, and there's certainly less feeling of turbo lag, because who wants turbo lag in your Lamborghini? Now, the Urus has always been a weird car because you could also get an Audi RS Q8 or the Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT. But the Lamborghini delivers a style all its own, and now it's especially raucous. This thing is actually outrageously loud, and I'm really excited to drive it and feel what it's like, because the Performante, let's see, did I do this right? There it is. The Performante only had about 666 horsepower. This is a massive jump up to 800. Anyway, we're here today with Lamborghini Boston. Really, this is my buddy Evan, who works for Lamborghini Boston. Lamborghini Boston and Garage 42 collaborated on a test drive event today. So we got to drive the Temerario, and now we're gonna get to drive this bad boy, and Evan is gonna spit some facts while I just enjoy the drive. Now, thankfully, Lamborghini Boston, being a Boston company, understands where we are. So despite the fact that it's March, there's snow on the ground, and they didn't send me out on P0 Corsas. They put us on proper Pirelli winter rubber. There's a 235 section tire up front on a 23-inch wheel, and of course a 10 piston caliper behind that bad boy with carbon ceramics, and in the rear a 325 section tire with a much smaller brake, but does the job nonetheless. Anyway, let's get under the hood real quick, take a peek. Look at this. Don't we love a frameless door? That's sports car stuff. Let's take a quick peek. If you want to open that for me, look at that. Oh baby, I love that they put firing order on this. It always looks cool. So even though this is just, you know, a little plastic engine cover, they still give you kind of the Lamborghini juice, and it makes you feel like this looks like Huracan Performante kind of style. Or I guess not Performante, it would be gold if it was Performante, but still very cool. Yeah, she's warmed up, ready to rip. Let's go see what a Lamborghini family car is like. The interior is absurd as always. We've enjoyed the Urus in the past, and that's the thing, is unlike the Audi, unlike the Porsche, you're really able to just kind of go like absolutely Missy Elliott crazy style on your interiors. And oh my god, like seriously, this is nuts.
Oh yeah.
All right, you're gonna hold that and I'm gonna hold on.
You and me both.
So one of the funny things about these cars is just that, like, people always get in them and they don't know how to put them in gear. You just paddle it. And then if you need reverse, that is this like enormous thing right there. You know, both paddles for neutral and you're in. Oh, and because this can do like EV mode stuff, you've got that over here, which is new to me. Assuming 8-speed auto?
Yes.
This sounds crazy. This is really wild. All right, well, give us like a little bit of space, because like I'm gonna catch him in 2 seconds. All right, ready? Dude, this rev's higher than I thought it would. I need to do that again. Let's see if it hits limiter or if I need to shift it. Holy cow, dude. I love that there's just no waiting for anything, because it starts jumping in with that electric motor. And I just drove the Temerario, and I gotta say, like, the electric assist on that, when you are purely in electric mode, it's not very fast. It's actually like kind of tame. I mean, it's enough and it'll do what you need it to do. This one in full electric mode is actually reasonably quick. So it goes to show you how impressive this can be between shifts and just like adding juice. Because like, watch, if I jump into the throttle, did you see the blue line? The blue line, see, now we're recovering, but the blue line on the top, that is telling me how much it's giving from the electric motors. So imagine this. We're sitting here in fourth gear, 2,500 RPM. I'm gonna give it throttle. This engine is like not quite ready for it, but the electric assist can come in until that engine starts to build power. So watch how quickly this blue line builds. And then it fades back because it's getting picked up by internal combustion. This is cool. This is all really fun. And that's the thing about Lamborghini. It doesn't have to make sense. It just has to be theater. And it just has to be fun.
Yes.
They're not coming at you saying like, we're faster than this, 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 and this. I mean, they can if they'd like, but like, it doesn't matter. All you need to know is that it is fast and it is fun, and everyone's going to be looking at you because one should build an orange Lamborghini.
Not the first thing that you think of when you think plug-in hybrid.
No, I think of RAV4. I think of much more tame, earth-friendly, energy-conscious, budget-friendly things. And I think that maybe is like the troubling part about having plug-in hybrids in an upmarket car, whether it's a Range Rover or a Lamborghini, is that I don't think people understand like, well, why I'm not struggling for fuel economy. But here's the thing: the drivability and the speed you can achieve when you incorporate these systems into a performance-based vehicle are incredible. So like, absolutely, they can help you achieve 88 miles per gallon on your RAV4 Prime if most of your driving is around town on that 36 or 40 miles of electric power. But what it also can do is give you a huge boost without putting a massive 50 or 100 kilowatt hour battery in the thing.
Enough battery for 37 miles of range in EV only.
The heads-up display is maybe one of the coolest I've ever seen. You get the hexagons for your tachometer, so instead of like shift lights, the shift lights are just silly hexagons. And here's the thing. Are there faster EVs? There are. But those EVs don't give me V8 snarling exhaust pops, and there's a lot to be said about that. What I realized about this car is it's kind of like ski boots. People like to have like a little bit of peacocky fun with their ski outfits, and I love a set of like orange Nordicas or something. Like, that's cool. It's not what I wear in my day-to-day. Ooh, there's the Temerario. And this is kind of like your après ski vibe. Be nice and gentle past the Rocket Club. Love a Pilot Trail Sport. See, I'm such a nerd for everything. Like, I like cars. That car's funny because it's not about ground clearance, it's about skid plates.
Yes.
So they put massive skid plates that can withstand the hit of the whole weight of the vehicle, and you're supposed to just bash it off of rocks. Yes. That's the job. But it's amazing when you see SUVs that just do completely different things, because the advent of the SUV was body-on-frame trucks, like a Suburban. The job of that truck was to be a truck that could also put a bunch of people in it. Instead of a flatbed, like a pickup, you've got an enclosed space, like a car, like a station wagon. And then we've moved so far to X5M and now Urus with plug-in hybrid technology. It's just amazing that you can get a machine to do anything. And this is proof positive that, like, man, they really will make anything. Amazon doesn't know where he's going.
He's figuring it out.
He's figuring it out. I don't beep at them because as much as I'm not like for the megacorp, I order a bunch of stuff and like I respect that they're out here giving me my things in 2 days. Not an advertisement. I should be boycotting, but yeah, there's no license plate. Maybe that's actually a kidnapping vehicle in disguise. Who would ever pull it over? That's a bank heist vehicle. Get yourself an Amazon Rivian. Rob whatever museum you want and never get caught.
They'll never hear you.
You heard it first. Go down here. It's a pretty aggressive snow tire for hooking up. I mean, that was like the mildest amount of understeer and it just found traction right away. So it's kind of cool. You can drive these all around and still have fun. The days of like putting your snow tires on and being bummed out that you were going to have a bad time for the rest of the season, I feel like those are gone.
Not with this.
Ooh, there's a friend. They didn't wave. Maybe they didn't see us.
I don't think that's possible. Not with this color.
All right, put me in EV mode.
All right, so we're going to take you out of Corsa.
This is what having an assistant would be like? This is interesting. I could get used to this.
I do not come with the car.
You don't? Okay, now we're in full EV. Engine is off. Actually, no, we are going to go straight. We'll do this. Really compliant ride. I think this is like a nice, enjoyable thing. I think it's so weird, the nomenclature, though. I just don't know that the name SE actually describes how fully feral this thing is. It's insanely fast. And sometimes it's the opposite, where I love that Nissan used SV in their Sentra.
Yes.
Because I think of SV as a full-fledged V12 beast.
Super Veloce.
That's
Sentra Super Veloce.
that's a Murcielago. So I think it's funny when you get in a Sentra SV because that's exactly what we always call them. We go, oh, we're in the Super Veloce, and then you roll in a $19,000 car. I think that's entertaining. This deserved like an SV number badge or something a little more extreme. But the name doesn't matter that much. People know what it is. But I just think it just surprised me because even I said, wait, what's that? And now I'm driving it and I'm like, oh, I respect it. I need to recognize what that means.
As soon as you hear it and feel it, it makes sense.
100%. It's so crazy that you can have something that is that vulgar with an exhaust note and then turn it all off and have this experience. I mean, this is a very different experience than we had earlier.
Almost peaceful.
Yeah, this is relaxing. And now I'm feeling shifts, so this electric motor must be in front of the transmission or something.
Built into the transmission.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, it's now we've fired it up. All right. Sorry, guys. We're going back to obnoxious mode. Warning, you've started your engine. Just blowing grenades out of the back of this thing. You see how fast this thing just does what you ask it to do? It's insane.
Just the way it should be.
Not enough to beat that light, though.
Almost.
I was hoping. I do love that we get the pop-up Bang & Olufsen tweeters. I like that.
Yes.
That's something that I always liked in old Audis, especially, you get like an A8. And they've been doing that for years, and it's just such a cool look. And while, that's not a GLS, but, you can get like a GLS 63 AMG as a 3-row monster SUV, and those are snarling, 4-liter V8 twin turbos too. But I don't know, just something about this that's a little over the top, just from a performance standpoint, let alone the style. And it's interesting now that it appears Lamborghini has canceled their EV, correct? I think we're done with that now. It doesn't look like that.
Announcement was a week ago, I think.
And that's really interesting. And I think it doesn't mean that it's gone forever. It means that they're going to wait and see what the Luce does. And I think they don't need necessarily to jump into that space if it's not going to be wildly successful for them. So, watch this space for Luce sales. But I don't know what's going to happen here. I think it's really cool where we've kind of found this middle ground where we can still operate a car for 30, 40 miles on EV, and then also utilize that same technology to just make the cars more absurd. I mean, what more do you want? I'll let you do all the things you want to do, and then we'll go.
Final destination.
Yeah. I'm like, that's when you're like, oh, I started moving because I had enough room, and then a tree fell out, and you're like, yeah, great. This thing is like almost making me nauseous from just acceleration.
It is quick.
She moves. My brain went to nose lift real quick because we were just in the Temerario.
Yep.
I'm like, nah, we're good.
Not that kind of Lamborghini.
Not that kind of Lamborghini. See how quick everything just came together there? It was starting off in sort of an EV mode, and then it was like, oh, you want more? Fires up that engine, gets it going. Like, that's the thing, is if you're gonna do systems like this, they just need to be integrated so seamlessly well that you're not ever aware of them, other than the fact that it's a snarling exhaust out the back. And that's the benefit of having VAG on your team when you're Lamborghini, because something tells me that if Lamborghini of the 80s left to their own devices, maybe never would have quite achieved this level of seamless interaction between a hybrid and internal combustion engine.
There's an interesting plate.
Yeah, that is an interesting plate. Steering ultra light. I mean, because we're in EV mode right now, obviously it's all electric driven and doing that whole thing. So look at, he's got so much power, his exhaust is dangling off of the car. It's amazing. But then look, we are but no louder than a Chevy Bolt, just kind of cruising through the neighborhood, not trying to start a fuss, just enjoying ourselves. And I think what's fun about Lamborghini as a brand is they almost can do no extreme. There's nothing too ridiculous, where if they came out with an SVJ Urus and it had a huge wing on it, we would accept this.
Yeah.
We would be like, oh, Lambo, it's Prince, it's Lady Gaga, it's extreme to the point where you're like, well, of course that's what you're wearing to the show. Of course you're wearing baloney or feathers or gold like face mask or something. Like, you just would never question it. There's almost no spec of these cars that look out of place, except for the subtle specs. When I see a black Urus like the one that we have on the other side of the demo, it's like, oh, you should be yellow. You should be electric green. And I think that's what's fun about these, is they really do kind of allow you to let your freak flag fly, and ostentatious, over the top is kind of part of the bit. And that's a genuinely entertaining thing to be able to do in the automotive space, because when most people do it, it's insulted, it's silly, and it's too much. But Lamborghini can't be too much. Too much is the brand. So anyway, we're pulling back into Garage 42. I want to thank Lamborghini Boston. I want to thank Garage 42 and AVI for putting on this very cool event. It's always nice when someone just brings a bunch of Lamborghinis to a place and says, would you like the keys to this one now? Why, yes, I would. Yes, I would like the keys to that one now. Well, if you're looking for the more ordinary car of your two-car solution, P. See, that's the one that gets me. That's the one that gets me on this one. If you're looking for the more ordinary car of your two-car solution, this is going to do the job for you. Thanks again, and don't forget to respect the drive. Oh, I should put it in neutral for that. Oh, that's okay. We've had enough revs. We don't need to do it in the neighborhood. I'll see you in the next one.